Lillian's Craft del Sol. Thanks very much for coming along. I was asked to do some projects for the design team for Line Dot Arrow, Nathalie, with her Christmas, December to Remember Christmas kit. I have some of it here, so I'm doing a quick one today, but I will have other longer projects coming up over the next month. But these are some of her pages. These are her background pages, which are gorgeous. Then you've got the main pages here. Whoops. There. I mean, these could be background pages as well, as you can see. Some lovely sheets. I do like this one. I love that butterfly. And Santa. I love him. Jolly Santa. Genuine English plum pudding. I do love Christmas pudding. So these are the pages rather. And then there's lots of ephemera here. Some envelopes, some file folders. I've actually changed the size of these and made them bigger. The envelopes, and then you have loads of ephemera here. Lots and lots and lots of it. So there's lots here to use. So as I say, I'm going to be doing a couple of projects over the next few weeks with this kit. The first one I'm doing is paint samples. I went to the UK recently, as you know, and I hit B&Q and got these paint samples. So I thought I need to do something with them. So recently I made this little one into these two into a pocket. As you can see, mine have little holes here. So I've made them into a pocket, covered the back in this case with the blue, dyed blue paper, and put a small tag in there. And then, so what I've done also is now taken two red ones to make for, I'm going to be making a Christmas journal with that kit. Slightly different journal, but I thought I could start making some ephemera with it. So I've taken two of the red ones, as you can see here, and this one I will ink up using vintage photo, like that. And I've just realised I've got the wrong glue with me. I need the, you can't really see the inking, but it does take away the whiteness on the cards. And I forgot to bring this glue in. So I will stick this on here. I wasn't sure whether tacky glue would work on these, as they're a little bit shiny in places. So I thought I would use my block, or I suppose your 3-in-1 or your Fabri-Tac would be okay as well. I just do that. I'm having to turn that upside down now. It's gone very gloopy. I believe you can add acetone, which should help it. So I'm just going to stick that on there, like that. Turn that over. Then I've got this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this paper from this backing sheet here, and I'm going to ink it up first with the vintage photo, go around the edges here, just get rid of, see there's a bit of white there, here, and then I'm putting that on there, but I do need to make a hole because I want the tag to show through. So what I do is I just draw around the inside of that hole, use my craft knife, move them out of the way, and I just gently cut from not the rounded corners, just the straight part of the square of the oblong of the window, like this, till I'm all the way round. I hope you're all doing well today. we're not doing so good with the weather. We've got 3 days of storms coming in from the sea, which is not great. So now I just cut through there and then just cut with my scissors round this part here and round there like that, and then the same here on this side. Oops. I mean, you could in effect cover them both sides if you wanted to, so that this will now go on like that there. So I'll get my block again. Oh, that's better. Now I put it all around the edges, and then I just put round the edge of the opening, turning it up, so I'm going to have to keep this upside down now, definitely. And then put this on here, like that. Do you know what I didn't do though? Was ink up the edges of the hole. So I'm going to have to fit my dauber in. It's not too bad in there, like that. Then what I've got is a piece of linen. I have a nice big jar with lots of scraps in. So I've got a piece of linen, and then I've also got one of the small tickets. She has large and small ones. I'll show you here. With all the dates from 1 to 31, I've taken one of the small ones. And I've got my hair cutting scissors. So I'm just going to trim the edge gently. I use this for stamps as well. Trim the edge there. I might just have to trim a bit off with the scissors there. There. And then just ink around the edges like that. So I thought I would actually, what I do first of all is use my glue stick. I put down first, oops, no, there, I want to put it underneath the poinsettia. So there, because I do like that little poinsettia. And then I use this on the actual material, on the actual ticket. So I've got it down first, like that. Put that in there. So that's like that. The next thing is joining these two together. And what I have noticed is they're not always level, so I do have to do a bit of trimming afterwards. So I just do a very thin piece down the sides here, like that. Oops, oh dear, I don't want that sticking, do I? Don't want the whole thing sticking together. And then put them on like that. Glue these together. And while that's drying, before I trim it, and I have to get the two holes matching up like that, because obviously I've got the hole inside there on the other piece. When you put them both together like this, even though it's covered that side, you still got that hole, and if you sort of go like that, you end up with it, if it's not quite level, you end up with it like that. So I have to maneuver it to make sure that it's all okay there. So I'll let that dry, and then I've got the tag here. What I've also done is I've done a quick template for the back, for the sheet, and for here when I do the front, and then I've got a template for the tag. This is one of Line.Arrow Nathalie's tags, and it was quite a small tag, but it was too small for the pocket. So I have actually made it slightly bigger, but I think I didn't want to start fiddling around and printing too much out, so it is slightly bigger, but I still think it needs a bit of trimming. And I've also backed it with some tea-dyed card as well. And now I've lost my dobber. Okay, I'll have to look for that later. I don't know what I've done with that. That's gone flying somewhere. So I really need it this size to fit in the journal, in the pocket, but I want it to come out the same. So it's just a fraction off each side. I don't want it to be uneven. The top part, I will trim the bottom. I didn't cut that very well when I trimmed it, like that. Now, what I hope is that please don't be glued, no. Will fit. I might have to trim it a bit more. No, maybe not. That will fit in there, and you've got Merry Christmas coming through the window there. So that's okay. Put a hole in the top. There. And I have some red sari silk I'm going to put through. And tie like that. There, and then what I will do is just trim down the side here. So as you can see, when I was trying to line up those windows there, these paint chips don't line up exactly. And then on this side as well, and down there. Like that. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just put a little notch, a small notch in the middle here, like that. And I will, once I've found my dobber, wherever that's gone, must be on the floor somewhere, and that can go in there like that. So I have two of them now done, just using these paint chips up here. Oh, and my scraps of ribbon and lace and material, and also for the backing and some of the front, this one I've just used scraps of paper that I've got in here as well, that I keep in here quite a lot of all my paper scraps. So you can use them up using lots of scraps. And as you see, I've got quite a few of them. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.